You love someone deeply. You do everything right, and yet you feel more anxious, more exhausted, more lost than ever. That's not a flaw in you. That's attachment. And Buddha had a name for it 2,500 years before any psychologist did. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Most of the pain in your relationships, the jealousy, the fear, the constant need for reassurance, it doesn't come from the other person. It comes from inside you, from a pattern so deep you don't even see it running. Modern psychology calls it attachment theory. John Bowlby developed it in the 1960s. But walk into any Buddhist monastery and ask a monk about clinging to people, and they'll smile. They've been studying this since 500 BCE. Buddha called it upadana, a Pali word that means clinging, grasping, or fuel, like fuel feeding a fire. The more you cling, the more the suffering burns, not because love is wrong, but because clinging is not love. So what is attachment theory? The psychological version. Simply this: the way you bonded with your caregivers as a child wired a template in your brain, a set of invisible rules about whether you are safe, whether you are worthy, whether people will stay. That template travels with you into every friendship, every romantic relationship, every work dynamic. You don't choose it consciously. It just fires, like a reflex, until you become aware enough to interrupt it. Psychologists identified 4 main attachment styles: secure, anxious, avoidant, and fearful avoidant. But Buddha wasn't interested in labels. He was interested in the root. And the root, he said, was always the same: the illusion that something outside you can make you permanently whole. The anxiously attached person clings because they fear abandonment. They text twice. They over-explain. They shrink themselves to keep the peace. Sound familiar? Buddhism would say, this person is grasping at permanence in something that was never permanent. The avoidantly attached person pushes people away before they can be hurt. They go cold. They get busy. They call it independence. Buddhism would say, this person is building a wall against impermanence, trying to feel in control of something uncontrollable. Both strategies come from the same place: fear. The fear that if you truly let someone in and they leave, you will not survive it. Buddha would gently point out, that fear is the cage, not the relationship. In the Pali Canon, one of the oldest collections of Buddhist scripture, Buddha describes 3 forms of craving: craving for pleasure, craving for existence, and craving for non-existence. In relationships, all 3 show up constantly. Craving for pleasure sounds like, I need this person to make me feel good all the time. Craving for existence sounds like, I need this relationship to define who I am. Craving for non-existence sounds like, I'd rather feel nothing than risk being hurt again. None of these are love. They are strategies, coping mechanisms built to manage a mind that doesn't yet trust itself. And here is the most important thing Buddha ever said about relationships. You cannot give what you don't have. You cannot offer peace if you are not at peace. This is where Buddhism and modern psychology finally shake hands. Secure attachment, the healthy kind, only develops when you have a stable, regulated relationship with yourself first, not with someone else, with yourself. Buddha taught the concept of anatta, non-self. The idea that the version of you that desperately needs validation is not your true self. It is a construction, a story built from past hurts, and stories can be rewritten. Here is the distinction that changes everything. Love is expansive. It wants the other person to flourish, even if that doesn't involve you. Attachment is contractive. It wants the other person to stay, even at the cost of their freedom. One is generosity. The other is fear with a nice name. The Buddhist teacher Thich Nhat Hanh described it this way. True love contains 4 elements: loving kindness, compassion, joy, and equanimity. Notice what is not on that list. Possession, control, the need to be chosen first. Equanimity is the one most people skip. It means remaining stable, genuinely stable, whether someone stays or goes, whether they approve or disapprove. Not detached, not cold, stable, like a mountain in a storm, present but unmoved. So how do you actually move from clinging to equanimity? Not by caring less, by understanding more. Buddha recommended a practice called mindful investigation. When a relationship triggers you, pause. Ask, what am I actually afraid of losing right now? Usually the answer isn't the person. It's a feeling they gave you. Safety, worth, belonging. Those feelings were never theirs to give permanently. They were always yours to cultivate. The relationship was just the mirror showing you where you hadn't yet done that work. Try this practice. The next time you feel that tight, anxious pull in a relationship, breathe into it. Don't immediately act on it. Don't text. Don't explain. Just sit with the feeling for 60 seconds and ask, is this present danger, or is this an old story firing? Most of the time, it's an old story. Your nervous system protecting you from a wound that already happened years ago. The relationship in front of you is innocent. You're fighting a ghost. And the moment you see that clearly, the grip loosens. Buddha also taught metta, loving kindness meditation, a daily practice of directing unconditional goodwill toward yourself, then others. Research from Harvard and Oxford confirms it actually rewires the prefrontal cortex. It builds the internal safety that anxious attachment is desperately searching for externally. Start small. Each morning, sit quietly for just 2 minutes. Place your hand on your heart. Repeat, may I be safe, may I be peaceful, may I be free from suffering. Then extend that same wish to someone you love, then someone difficult, then everyone. You are not trying to stop loving people. You are trying to stop outsourcing your wholeness to them. That is the entire path, not indifference, not distance, but a love so grounded in itself that it doesn't need to grasp to survive. When you stop clinging, something remarkable happens. The relationship breathes. The other person feels less pressure. You feel less desperate. The dynamic shifts from transaction to genuine connection because you finally stopped needing it to be something it was never designed to be. Buddha was asked once, what is the greatest gift you can give someone you love? He didn't say time. He didn't say loyalty. He said your own liberation. Because a free, peaceful person enriches everything they touch. A clinging, anxious person, even when full of love, creates suffering without meaning to. Your relationships are not the problem. Your relationships are the curriculum. Every trigger is a teacher. Every moment of jealousy, fear, or need is pointing at something inside you that is ready to heal. That's not painful news. That's actually the most empowering thing you will hear today.